Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life? Like no matter what you do, the chaos keeps pulling you under? You wake up with good intentions, but the swirl of emails, responsibilities, social pressures, and your own internal worries swirl around, leaving you exhausted before the day even begins. Maybe you've tried positive thinking, mindfulness apps, motivational quotes pinned to your wall, or pep talks from friends and podcasts. But somehow, something still feels off. Like there's a gap between advice and what actually helps you when life feels overwhelming. Philosophy isn't just about ideal solutions or bright affirmations plastered over Instagram posts. It's not about pretending everything is easy or perfect. Instead, it's about wrestling with tension, uncertainty, and imperfection. It's about confronting hard questions about yourself, the world, and your place in it, and still finding ways to navigate the messy, unpredictable daily grind. In this extended guide, let me take you through some everyday philosophy hacks that don't shy away from life's messiness. These are practical tools designed for moments when things feel tough, when emotions surge, and when clarity seems miles away. They invite you to slow down, reflect, and develop habits that can build resilience over time. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, already late for a crucial meeting or a pickup. Your phone buzzes non-stop. Your mind races ahead to what you might have forgotten. Then, a car suddenly cuts you off, forcing you to slam on your brakes. Your blood boils. You feel a rush of frustration building, ready to burst out, a shout, a slam on the steering wheel, or at least a relentless honking. The ancient Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, weren't naive about this kind of everyday irritation. They understood anger, frustration, and disappointment. Even Marcus, an emperor carrying the weight of an empire, was no stranger to daily annoyances. In his meditations, Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote is deceptively simple but profound. It points to a crucial insight. While you can't always control what happens around you, you can control how you respond. But recognizing this truth and putting it into practice are very different challenges. When emotions are raw and adrenaline surges, the pull to react impulsively is strong and instinctive. Stoicism isn't about bottling up feelings or pretending everything is fine. Rather, it's about training your mind to step back, to observe those feelings, and then choose a response instead of being hijacked by it. Psychological research confirms this. Cognitive reframing, the mental habit of looking at a situation from a different angle, lowers stress hormones like cortisol and helps regulate emotions more effectively. But it takes practice and patience. It's like building a muscle. Every time you pause and choose your response, you strengthen that ability. Next time you feel triggered, try this. Pause for a moment and acknowledge the anger or frustration without judgment. Then ask yourself quietly, "Is this under my control?" Often, you'll find the external event isn't, but your reaction is. Even if you don't get it right the first time, that brief pause cracks the cycle of reactive chaos. Each pause becomes a small victory, a step toward greater peace amid the storm. But in a world designed to pull your attention in a million directions, buzzing phones, endless notifications, worries about the future, regrets about the past, staying present can feel like a superpower. Philosophers like Edmund Husserl long ago urged us to return to the things themselves, to experience reality as it unfolds, unfiltered by rushing thoughts, biases, or judgments. Try this exercise. The next time you sip your morning coffee or tea, really focus on it. Notice the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma rising gently to your nose, the complex flavors, bitterness, sweetness, earthiness as it hits your tongue. But here's the catch. The mind wanders. It's normal. You might find yourself drifting into planning your day, worrying about a meeting, or replaying a conversation from yesterday. Even expert meditators report thousands of wandering thoughts during a session. This isn't failure. It's the human condition. Scientific studies show that regular mindfulness meditation literally rewires the brain, strengthening areas responsible for attention and emotional regulation, while weakening those tied to stress and rumination. The key is gentle persistence, not perfection. Each time your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the present moment. No scolding, just kind redirection. By practicing these mindful moments regularly, savoring food, feeling the breeze on your skin, listening closely to a song, you train your brain to anchor in the now. Over time, even when life spins fast and your emotions whirl, you'll find yourself more grounded, less overwhelmed. Socrates didn't hand out answers like a fortune teller. Instead, he asked questions that cut to the core. Why do you believe this? What evidence do you have? Could there be another explanation? His method invites curiosity, but can feel uncomfortable, even unsettling. When life feels confusing or anxiety creeps in, asking hard questions about your beliefs can shake the ground beneath you. It's like pulling the roots out of an old tree. Necessary, but sometimes disorienting. This tension is part of growth. Modern cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, uses a similar approach to uproot negative thought patterns that fuel anxiety and depression. Imagine you're anxious about a presentation, telling yourself, "I'll embarrass myself." Socratic questioning asks, "Where's the proof of that? Have I ever done well before? Could I be catastrophizing?" Challenging these familiar, true-feeling stories is hard because they're so ingrained. But with time and repeated practice, this curiosity becomes a powerful tool. You become a detective of your own mind, noticing unhelpful thoughts, testing them, and gradually reframing your outlook. It requires courage to look honestly at your assumptions and biases, but this honesty clears space for new possibilities and greater peace. Heraclitus said, "You cannot step into the same river twice. Everything is always changing, flowing, impermanent." Zen Buddhism builds on this radical idea that nothing, not even pain, lasts forever. Yet when you're grieving a loss, stuck in a painful moment, or longing for stability, embracing impermanence can feel impossible. You crave certainty, something to hold on to. Letting go seems like surrender or defeat, but research shows accepting impermanence reduces rumination, that endless looping of painful thoughts, and helps ease depression and anxiety. Try this meditation. Visualize your pain or anxiety as a cloud passing through the vast sky. It may be heavy and dark now, but it moves and eventually dissipates. This image doesn't erase the pain or pretend it's gone. Instead, it opens space for healing, for fresh experiences, and for hope. Impermanence is not a cold abstraction. It's a lived reality. When you lean into it, you build resilience, a quiet knowing that even the hardest moments won't last forever, and something new will emerge. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, imagining worst-case scenarios in advance to prepare the mind. At first glance, it sounds gloomy or pessimistic, but this mental rehearsal builds resilience, not despair. Before a big event, a job interview, a date, a speech, imagine things going wrong. You might stumble over your words, the technology could fail, or the plan could derail. This practice reduces anxiety by making the unexpected less shocking and helps sharpen your readiness. It's like a mental dress rehearsal. However, there's a tension here. Focusing too much on the negative can spiral into cynicism or despair. Balance this by pairing negative visualization with gratitude. When you imagine what could go wrong, also remember what you have: your health, your relationships, opportunities, simple joys. This combination of preparing for adversity while appreciating the present cultivates both resilience and contentment. Your brain is a master of shortcuts, wired to save energy by relying on mental shortcuts called cognitive biases. Philosophers and psychologists like Daniel Kahneman have mapped these biases from confirmation bias, favoring information that confirms your beliefs, to the availability heuristic, overestimating the likelihood of vivid or recent events. Recognizing these biases feels like hacking your mind, giving you an edge in thinking clearly. But awareness isn't a cure-all. Biases are subtle, persistent, and often unconscious. For example, confirmation bias can make you dismiss facts that challenge your worldview, even if they are true. Awareness is the first step, but it requires ongoing practice, questioning your assumptions, actively seeking diverse perspectives, and slowing down to think critically. Next time you read news, engage in debate, or make decisions, pause and ask, am I favoring information that fits what I already believe? This simple pause can shift your entire approach. Aristotle taught the golden mean. Virtue lies between extremes. Consider courage. Too little is cowardice. Too much is recklessness. Life constantly pulls us toward extremes: overwork or idleness, indulgence or deprivation, emotional suppression or outbursts. Finding balance isn't about rigid rules or fixed formulas. It's a dynamic, ongoing process. What feels balanced today might need adjustment tomorrow. Modern science confirms that balanced routines improve mental health, productivity, and overall well-being. When you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or bored, ask yourself, am I leaning too far toward one extreme? What small step can bring me back toward balance? Remember, balance is a tension, a dance, not a final destination. Jean-Paul Sartre said, we're condemned to be free, responsible for every choice, big and small. But when life feels meaningless, overwhelming, or chaotic, this freedom can feel like a crushing burden. The big questions loom: why am I here? Does anything matter? And in the face of these, small actions can seem trivial. Yet neuroscience shows tiny acts of kindness, mindfulness, or self-care boost feel-good brain chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, helping shift mood and resilience. Smile at a stranger. Hold the door. Take a deep breath before responding to a frustrating email. Each moment shapes you. Your life story unfolds one choice at a time, even the small ones. Aristotle called practical wisdom Phronesis, the art of doing the right thing in everyday situations. It's not about perfection, but learning, adapting, and growing through experience. Keep a journal. Reflect regularly. What worked? What didn't? What can I try next time? This kind of reflection builds wisdom over time. Modern psychology echoes this. Self-awareness and deliberate practice are keys to growth. Struggle is part of the process. Wisdom isn't handed down, it's earned. Philosophy isn't about easy answers or false optimism. It's a toolkit for wrestling with life's messiness, tension, uncertainty, struggle, and still finding ways to live well. When life gets tough, use these hacks. Pause, question, notice, balance, and choose. Your thinking shapes your life. Moment by moment, choice by choice. That's a superpower worth mastering. Thank you for watching. If you want to know more, subscribe to our channel and question your mind daily.